Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the you in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to catch us every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time on the Friday Fix and our other shows, Civil Discourse and Plays and Parlays. Well, a lot of crazy stuff going on here in the world, Wesley.
One of them's a former Sonic was kind of going through something I'm hearing, man.
Yeah,
what's the deal with this?
So Shawn Kemp pleads guilty to second-degree assault, faces 10 years in prison after 2023 shooting incident. Former Seattle Supersonic star Shawn Kemp pleads guilty Tuesday to second-degree assault following his role in alleged firing a gun in a parking lot of Tacoma Mall, Washington in March 2023. The 55-year-old Kemp was previously charged with one count of first-degree assault with a firearm enhancement, but prosecutors amended the charges last week, adding a second first-degree assault charge, also with the firearm enhancement, as well as drive-by shooting. Kemp, who declined to comment after Tuesday's hearing, now faces up to 10 years in prison and a $20,000 fine, who will be sentenced August 22nd, according to the Seattle Times. The alleged shooting incident occurred 2 years ago when police said Kemp fired a gun at two men during a dispute outside the shopping center area. Kemp's attorney, Scott Boatman, previously stated his client's actions were reasonable and legally justified. After several personal items were stolen from his vehicle, Boatman said Kemp only opened fire after he was shot at by the occupants inside of a car once he tracked his stolen iPhone to that location. Kemp stayed on the scene in 2023 and assisted police with their investigation, insisting on self-defense, per Boatman. Now, the reason I bring this story up is because there's been a lot of incidences. Well, first of all, everybody knows, especially in Washington, if somebody comes and robs your house, they steal something out of your car, and you call the police, you know what they tell you to do? They tell you to hang up the phone, go online, and file a report online, because they're never going to go look for your stolen items. What Shawn Kemp did, he said, oh, the guy stole my iPhone. He tracked down his stolen items. He went to go recover his stolen items. He said the people in the car shot at him first, so he shot back. In Washington State, we don't have self-defense. We have mutual combat laws. So he did nothing in the wrong. But the police and the prosecutors still are figuring a way to charge him.
I mean, that's the thing there. It just seems to me that they wouldn't be charging him with first-degree assault. Did he hit somebody?
No, it doesn't look like anybody was hit.
I mean, plus he's in a crowded shopping mall. I think there's more to the story than what we're getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think there's more to a story than what we're getting here. You know what I mean? That's just what it is to me. 1:58
p.m. Yeah. No, I think what they're doing is that they don't want to admit the fact that they don't have, that we're out here alone as civilians. Look, Shawn Kemp is he's a former Seattle Supersonic. He's a business owner in Tacoma.
Yes, he is. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He brings money and revenue to the community.
Absolutely.
Now, someone robbed him. If he would have called the police, they wouldn't have done nothing. I had somebody hit my car in Tacoma, and the cops were like, we're not even going to send nobody out there to go across the street to get the video footage so we can see who hit your car.
No, it just seems that, I mean, you're charging him after being shot at. I think that something happened to where they're saying that he came there because they're only giving one side of the story here. This is a great story. I mean, this is a great story as far as how they painted it. Let this have been someone else. That story wouldn't have got painted that way. They've only painted Shawn Kemp's side of the story.
The only reason we know about the story is because of Shawn Kemp. Think about it. He waited there for the police to show up so he could help them. Because he's like, look, someone robbed me. I went to go get my stuff. They shot at me. I shot back at them.
They would have known who shot. Some big, tall, 6'10". You know what I'm saying? What would Biggie say? Some big 6'9".
That's why they shot at him.
All I'm saying,
you don't know the Shawn Kemp. You think that's somebody's uncle.
This is what I'm saying. They probably knew it was his phone too when they stole it. They probably figured it all out after a minute. But
you think he got the Sonics logo on there with him ducking?
I'm just saying. They probably figured some. But all I'm saying is this right here. The point of it is he understood this is all on probably video camera. So if he flees the scene, that's fleeing. So he's like, I didn't do nothing wrong. He's trying to paint the picture. I didn't do anything wrong. But something had to happen.
He stayed there. That's what they said.
In order for them, I understand. Yeah. That's why he didn't flee. It was smart for him not to flee the scene. He couldn't have got away with it anyways. Big six. Everybody knows Shawn Kemp. That's your car. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, something had to happen to where they looking at him and saying, I can charge you with assault because you had to have done something first. or you had to escalate that situation? Did he walk to the car with the gun? Are the people? We don't know what the people are saying.
I think they're probably charging him like you shouldn't have went to go try to recover your stolen items
with a gun.
That's my problem.
With a gun.
That's my problem, though.
With a gun.
Think about it.
Did he have the gun out?
Think about it. And
was he aggressive?
What's protecting?
I'm not saying he's wrong.
What's protecting law-abiding citizens from the criminals these days? Nothing. The criminals have more rights than us. Think about it. A criminal can steal your mail, get into your credit card information, and it takes you months to recover, right? But they didn't spend the money. They'll never look for him. Somebody can break into your house, steal all your stuff. The police will never go look for him. But if you can go find your stuff, think about it. We had the guy in Port Orchard. The guy was going through they used a stolen credit card to get the guy out of jail. The cops should have caught that. And as soon as the guy got out of jail, what did he do? He started driving up and down neighborhoods, stealing mail. Went right back to what he's doing. The one guy caught him stealing mail, and it's bigger than the mail. It's about being a victim. So he shot at the car, and he had to go do time.
Shot at the car over stealing mail.
But when do I have to stop being? So, okay, they can steal my mail.
Car. I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying.
I spoke to a sheriff. I spoke to a sheriff the other day.
I mean, listen, you can't. Listen, if a person steals a yard sign, you got a yard sign. Say you got like a vote for whoever yard sign in your yard. Person comes to your yard, take the yard sign. Is it okay to kill him over that?
Okay, what if it's your grandma's Social Security check?
We don't know what's in there. We don't know if it's Social
Security. Insulin was coming in the mail.
All I'm saying is this right here.
What if your insulin was coming in the mail? When do we get to stop being victims? There's more laws.
So kill. We should go to killing now. Go to killing over mail. I'm not saying Shawn Kemp was wrong. This isn't me saying Shawn Kemp was wrong. I want you guys to understand that. I don't think he was wrong. I don't think he was wrong for trying to go to recover his stuff. However, that's called vigilante justice at the end of the day. Well, if you start everybody get the vigilante, I want to be a vigilante. Can I be a vigilante?
Is it a vigilante to defend yourself and go get your back your stolen arm? Because
that's not defending yourself. That's not defending yourself. It would have been defending himself had the people been take the stuff from him at the scene and he blazed down at the scene right there. That's defending yourself. Defending yourself is not, I see where these cats is at right now. I'll pull up on them right now and go get my stuff. With the burner, he got the burner, right?
Well, you in Tacoma. Why wouldn't you have the burner?
I'm not saying he's wrong.
Why wouldn't you in Tacoma?
This is not me saying that he should not have had his gun. He should have. However, if you go to the scene where you know people are at and confront them with the burner, and then actually it's a shootout. I mean, they robbed him in the first place, right? Right.
Then you come back to get your stuff. No one else is going to help you get your stuff. I know the police
They didn't rob him. They stole from him. It's a difference between robbing somebody and stealing from somebody.
Correct.
I want people
they
to know
still
that.
Stole from him.
You know what I'm saying? They stole from him.
And he has it on camera, them stealing from him because it was outside of his business. He located the phone. He's going back to get his stuff.
Why didn't he call the police? I tell the police to go get it.
No, you can't. What the police are going to do? They'll be like, don't do anything. We're too, especially in Tacoma, they're too busy to go get your stuff back. File a report online.
Listen,
and hopefully we catch one of the idiots trying to pawn it, or we catch it on him on another.
I agree.
Crime.
I just don't think that. I think it gets to a point to where anybody can look. Remember the one lady who was an Uber driver, and she went to the old man's house, and he was like, "Oh, someone's trying to because I guess somebody had called him and tried to get him to get his kid or something from something." Remember the one we were talking about? That was a case. A guy had was called and said his nephew was in jail for something, and an Uber driver just so happened to come to his house, a black lady. He ends up shooting the black lady. Oh, remember that, man? I mean, so at some point in time, we got to start looking for. Everything's not like. You know what I mean? Everything's not just so black and white where you can gun somebody down for anything. This ain't the Wild Wild West. This is the problem with America. You understand? There's a map out there, right? Where a lot of countries.
What about the story about the guy? He was outside doing his lawn and his neighbor shot him.
Yeah, that's different. They took the guy to jail eventually.
No. He's still inside of his house.
I don't know more. Remember, they went and got him out. I remember the story. Yeah, they went and got him out.
They finally got him out?
Yeah, they got him out of it. But he was barricaded into the house. I understand if I'm the police. I'm not coming there. You got to burn the whole house down.
You burn the house down. Remember the guy in California? He was a police officer, and he was mad at the other cops because they were doing dirty stuff. They fired him, so he went and killed one of the police officer's kids. They manhunted him down, found him in the mountains. He wouldn't come out the house. What did they do?
They burned down.
Burn the house down.
But that's a lone house by itself. You can't burn down a house.
I watched it on the helicopter.
All I'm saying is this right.
I mean, look, they can blow Negroes up with robots. You know what I'm saying? But everyone else gets
drop bombs on their houses and everything.
But Shawn Kemp goes to get his stuff back. I'm just saying. Shawn Kemp goes back to get his stuff. He goes back.
He's comparing blowing him up for the dude up who killed the 6 police. I'm mad that they blew dude up too because I think but at the point of it is you compare the dude who they blew with the robot dog to Shawn Kemp and his cell phone, brother.
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean?
When do we have to stop being victims? Why do the criminals have more rights than us? Think about it. In California,
I'm not saying it shouldn't happen that way. I don't agree, bro.
In California, they got the law where if someone breaks into your house, you're supposed to run out of there and flee. You can't even defend yourself. What are we doing as a society? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Don't get me wrong. You're right. And
I'm just saying, that's why to me, it's not a story, but it is a story. Because when We have to stop. We don't want to be victims no more of these
You don't wanna be
criminals.
victims no more. Listen, man, the problem is, man, everybody got guns these days. So it's like life or death. Everything is life or death. Everything ain't life or death, brother. Some things like stealing out the mailbox ain't for killing people over.
You never
He got
know.
a drug
Hey,
addiction.
what if they steal? They might come back. They be like, "Hey, man,
Listen,
he got a fat check here. I bet he got the money in the house."
You come out with the switch and knock everybody down with the switch. You kill 3 people.
Wait, the switch is illegal.
Hey, listen. I'm just talking. But over some junk mail. You know what I'm saying? Brother, over some value. Over the value pack. You to kill 3 people over a value pack. Coupons, man. Come on, man. At some point in time, we need to become a civilized society and understand that everything is not killing. If he came into your house, yeah. If they kicked your door, yeah.
Hey,
all that. I'm with
Shawn
all that.
Kemp walked up. He was like, "Hey, can I have my stuff?" And they busted at him. So
We don't know
back.
how he came at him with stuff. He was probably bad. It was aggressive. I guarantee you, it wasn't just as simple as what it was, bro.
350-pound black dude
with a pistol.
And Shawn Kemp's dark as shit. Black as shit.
That don't make it no different, brother.
He look like the genie from the original Aladdin show and shit.
It's crazy, bro. I feel bad, but I don't think that, you know what I mean? I don't know what Shawn Kemp did, but for him to take the plea, it was something they had on him for him to have to take.
They probably gonna give him like 20 years probation.
He probably gonna get a long time probation.
20 years probation, which is ridiculous.